Hello everyone, I'm Maharashtra and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court of India and then move on to High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, then it would mean a lot to us if you could please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. While hearing a batch of petitions filed in relation to hate speech incidents, the Supreme Court of India today expressed several concerns about the manner in which TV channels are functioning. Justice Joseph, the presiding judge of the bench, orally said, and I quote, "Everything is driven by TRP, channels are competing against each other, they sensationalize something, you create divisions in society because of the visual element. The visual medium can influence you much more than a newspaper. Our audience, are they mature enough to see this content?" A bench comprising Justices K.M. Joseph and B.V. Nagaratna was hearing a batch of petitions seeking action against hate speech. Supreme Court Judge Justice Dipankar Datta today recused himself from hearing the bail applications of Bhima Koregaon case accused Vernon Gonsalves and Arun Ferraria. The petitions filed against the Bombay High Court's refusal to grant them bail were listed before a division bench of Justices Ravinder Bhatt and Dipankar Datta. As soon as the matter was taken up today, Justice Datta announced that he was recusing. Senior counsel Rebecca John, who represented Gonsalves, urged the top court to list the matter urgently. The bench accordingly listed the matter on Monday, that is January 16th. The Supreme Court today stated that the judgment of the Punjab and Haryana High Court in the case titled Javed vs. State of Haryana and others, which held that a Muslim girl aged 15 years can enter into a legal and valid marriage as per personal law, should not be relied upon as a precedent in any case. A Supreme Court bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice P.S. Narasimha passed this interim order while issuing notice in a special leave petition filed by the National Commission for the Protection of Child Rights, challenging the judgment on the ground that it goes against the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, that is POCSO, which prescribes 18 years as the age for sexual consent. The Supreme Court today granted bail to Dr. Anand Rai, the whistleblower in the Vyapam scam, who was arrested in a case over alleged violence during a dharna. Rai was arrested on November 15, 2022. The trial judge refused him bail on November 17th last year. The Madhya Pradesh High Court also dismissed his bail application on December 12th last year, following which he had approached the Supreme Court. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice P.S. Narasimha granted bail to Rai, having regard on the period of custody and the facts and circumstances of the case. It raises questions when the accused tells who should investigate the case, the Supreme Court of India commented today. A bench of Justices Dinesh Maheshwari and Rishikesh Roy orally observed, and I quote here, "When there's a single word itself from the accused as to who is to investigate the case, that raises a serious question." The court made this remark while hearing an SLP move by the Central Bureau of Investigation challenging an order of the Allahabad High Court which had directed the transfer of a dowry death case investigation. The High Court had failed to note that there was no special features warranting the transfer of investigation to the CBI. The CBI contended before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India today questioned the Delhi police regarding its progress in the investigation in hate speech case over the Hindu Yuva Vahini event organized under the leadership of Sudarshan News TV editor Suresh Chavanke in Delhi in November 2021, noting that the FIR was filed 5 months after the incident and no charge sheet has been filed yet. A division bench comprising Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice P.S. Narasimha directed the investigating officer to place on record the steps taken in the investigation within a period of 2 weeks. The bench was hearing a contempt petition filed by activist Tushar Gandhi alleging that the Delhi police has violated the directions issued in the Tehseen Pulawana case. The National Company Law Appellate Tribunal, that is the NCLAT Principal Bench, comprising Justice Rakesh Kumar and Dr. Alok Srivastava, while adjudicating upon an appeal filed in the case titled Alphabet Inc. versus Competition Commission of India, has admitted Google's appeal against the CCI order dated October 25, 2022, subject to deposit of 10% of the penalty amount. The bench has declined to grant any interim relief. The matter is next listed for hearing on April 17th. The Delhi High Court's Chief Justice-led bench today recused itself from hearing a plea seeking review of an order dismissing the public interest litigation petition that had last year challenged the appointment of Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud. A division bench of Chief Justice Satish Chandra Sharma and Justice Subramaniam Prasad said that since it had passed the order rejecting the PIL, it would not be appropriate for the same bench to hear the review plea. The petitioner Sanjeev Kumar Tiwari in the PIL had argued that the appointment of Justice Chandrachud was made in violation of the provisions of the Constitution. The Karnataka High Court today permitted Isha Yoga Center to go ahead with the function scheduled on January 15th, which is to be attended by Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar and other dignitaries to unveil the 112 feet tall bust of Adi Yogi Shiva at the Isha Yoga Center. A division bench of Chief Justice Prasanna B. Varale and Justice Ashok S. Kinagi, though accepted the statement of the center as an undertaking that no alleged activity of deforestation or any alleged construction, except that which is necessary for the scheduled function, will be carried out. The bench had on January 11th, by way of an interim order, directed the center to maintain status quo on the construction activity being carried out by it near Nandi Hills in Chikaballapura. After stinging observations from the Bombay High Court, bike taxi aggregator Rapido undertook to close down all its services, bike, taxi, rickshaw in Maharashtra till January 20th. Rapido informed the High Court that the app has now become inoperative in the state. A division bench of Justices G.S. Patel and Justice S.G. Digge told the petitioner that it would dismiss the petition with costs if they refuse to shut down their services, after the bench was informed that Rapido doesn't have license to operate any of these services. The High Court was hearing Rapido's plea challenging the state's refusal to grant licenses to entities like it. The Delhi High Court today refused to entertain a public interest litigation petition alleging gender discrimination by the Delhi government in promotion of vice principals to the post of principals in government-aided schools. A division bench comprising Chief Justice Satish Chandra Sharma and Justice Subramaniam Prasad said that in case any female vice principal is ignored of promotion on the basis of gender bias, such an individual is certainly at the liberty to file appropriate legal proceedings. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates.